think it's recording. Okay, hello guys, this is Kill Anime. It's my first video. I was planning to do what if Naruto was a hollow. And I'm going to roll the intro when I get there. Roll the intro. Okay, welcome. This is my first video, just like I said. Naruto as a hollow. We're just gonna tell you I'm not very good at voicing people, and my cousin is also here. He said he might be able to help as well, which can't remember how old he is. How old is you?
I'm 9.
Yeah, he's 9. I'm turning 14 on the 15th. So guys, this is what if Naruto was hollow. Okay, we're gonna start off at the Nine Tails attack. Minato and Kushina, they nearly beat the Nine Tails, but since Naruto, we're gonna do kind of a flashback to Aizen. We're gonna go to Aizen, which the thing that he has, don't remember what it's called, but it's the thing that turns people into hollows. And yeah, I'm going to see what it is, what its name is. I'll be right back. Okay guys, okay, we're recording. Okay, I figured it out. It's called the Hogyoku, and the Hogyoku sees Naruto, says, this might be a good experiment. And then the Hogyoku goes into, like, I don't know, he has his own will, like Aizen said in Bleach. Anyways, the Hogyoku, he turns into a little hollow and he finds a Vastalorde, one that is almost an espada, and he goes to the Naruto verse while there Minato and Kushina stabbed by the Nine Tails Kurama by his nail. And then the Hogyoku drops the little soul bead that was the Vastalorde into Naruto's mouth. Sorry guys, my throat is just dry. Anyway, Naruto swallows the soul pill, and then the Hogyoku says, I will meet you when the time comes, little boy. And then Minato senses a great power in Naruto and says, I've never sensed this power before. What is it? And then Kushina says, yes, what is it? And then, since he seems since Naruto has all the spiritual energy, and I'm sorry guys, I'm not doing a script. I don't like doing that. That takes forever to do. Okay, Minato senses all that energy, and he decides he will put 100% of Kurama in Naruto. Okay, we're gonna have a time skip to 5 minutes. Hiruzen, he finds baby Naruto sitting in a crib, and then he runs to Kushina to see if she was okay. Then she says, take care of Naruto, please. And then Hiruzen says, okay. Then that was her last dying wish. And then Hiruzen calls the Anbu and says, we have a funeral to attend. And then, about a day later, they have the funeral for Minato and Kushina. And then, Hiruzen takes care of Naruto, and then he senses a great power, and he doesn't know what it is. So, we're gonna make up a Hyuga. Yvonne, what do you think we should name the Hyuga? How about Kai?
Yeah, Kai.
Okay, we're gonna call him Kai Hyuga. He will be like a Anbu captain, and Hiruzen calls him in and says, "Fox, come in." And then Kai, or aka Fox, he comes in, and Hiruzen tells him, "We need something to sense Naruto's presence." Then Kai, of course, obliges. And then he looks at Naruto activating his Byakugan. And then he sees an evil presence in him. And he says, "Lord Third, he has a very evil thing inside of him." He then says, "What? What is it?" And then he says, "I don't know. Maybe we can do research." Okay. 7-year time skip. Naruto will be 7 in 1 month, or actually 7 years old. He learns how to control his chakra early, and the Nine Tails sees how he gets beat up, and then Kurama sheds a tear, only one. And then Naruto gets beat up by 3 bullies. Then he gets knocked into his mindscape. Naruto says, "Am I dead? Where am I?" And Kurama says, "You're not dead. You are in your mindscape." And he says, "What? Who are you?" And then Kurama says, "I am the Nine-Tailed Fox." And then Naruto cowers a little bit because he heard stories of the Nine Tails and what he did to the village. And then the Nine Tails, we know him as Kurama. He senses a evil pressure. Hey, stop playing with the dog, please. He's gonna start barking. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Zeus, my dog, if he gets played on too much, he'll start barking, and it's annoying. My grandfather is sleeping. Hey. Okay, my phone's on 47%. Okay. Well, Naruto, he says, "Nine Tails, why are you shivering?" Then Kurama says, "There is an evil pressure somewhere in here." And then, like White Ichigo, the hollow version of Ichigo in Bleach, it would be his brother, and he'd be White Naruto. And he looks like Naruto, but white. Really white, like White Ichigo. And he says, sorry guys, I can't really do creepy laughs. He said, "Hello, little boy. I guess you are my next vessel." Then Naruto shivers, and then he wakes up in an alleyway. And then he gets out of control because he's scared, and he releases a little bit of his hollow form. And then everybody's screaming, and Hiruzen can't, like, he sees it, then he goes to it. Then he eventually finds it. And then he sees Hollow Naruto. And his mask would be like, I don't know what his mask would look like. I guess, I really don't know. Like, we could have it like, this could be a hollow mask. And then Naruto rushes at Hiruzen, trying to kill him. And then Hiruzen just keeps dodging and dodging, and then then Naruto scratches him on the arm. And then Naruto, or Hollow Naruto, licks the blood. Like, Hero Killer Stain. I'll give him blood curdle. Then Hiruzen, he gets paralyzed for a little bit and gets knocked out because of all the spiritual pressure. And then 14 Anbu come in, knocks Naruto out, and breaks his mask. And then Naruto wakes up and says, where am I? Why am I here? Then Hiruzen wakes up and says, you went on a rampage. And then while this is going on, the Hogyoku is like, this is gonna be interesting. And then Aizen would be in Wikomundo, commanding his espadas. Then he would sense it as well. He says, what is that? And then the Hogyoku just laughs and says, my new friend, or my experiment. And then, okay, we're going to do, Naruto is 7, so we're gonna do a 3-year time skip where he's 10. And then Naruto is in a jail cell where it makes his powers weaken because there's a bunch of seals. And then Ibiki comes in, says, boy, your sentence is over. And Naruto says, okay. Then he releases Naruto. By the way, Naruto's 10 now. The Hogyoku, see, what the fuck is that? Okay, the heater's being weird again. Okay, the Hogyoku comes into the Naruto-verse and opens a portal. And then Naruto says, well, who are you? And then the Hogyoku says, my name is Hogyoku. Then Naruto says, then the Hogyoku says, just call me Hogi. And then he says, come with me if you want to learn how to control your powers. And of course Naruto obliges. And then he would be friends with Kurama by this time. And then Kurama says, kid, I don't think you should trust him. And then Naruto says, okay, but I'll go with him to learn how to use my powers. Then he goes to Wikomundo. Then Aizen comes in and says, well. So you are the Hogyoku's newest experiment. And then he calls Green Gel and Stark. And Stark is the number one Spada. He calls number 2 and number 0. And he says, number 0, 1, and 2, I want you to train this boy and teach him how to use his powers. Then they say, yes sir. Then they take Naruto to the training ground. By this time, Ichigo is also going to be 10 as well. Naruto goes to the training ground and says, well, what is my powers? And then they say, powers. It's kind of like us, but at the same time you feel weird, like kind of like a Soul Reaper. And then Naruto says, what's that? Then they say, a Soul Reaper. They kill hollows, and they set souls free, and they take them to the Soul Society. And then Naruto says, what's the Soul Society? Then they say, the Soul Society is a place where all the souls go when they die. Then Naruto says, okay. Then we're gonna have 5-year time skip. Naruto's 15. He learns his powers. And then I don't really know when Stark dies, but Naruto's gonna be 15. Then Naruto sees Stark as a father figure, or kind of like a big brother, or maybe a father figure. And then he gets killed by a legendary Soul Reaper. My throat's really dry. Okay, Naruto, he cries and cries, and then a sword appears next to him. And then Aizen's like, he has unlocked his Zanpakuto. And then he tells Naruto it's time to train with the sword and the Zanpakuto. And this one, Naruto is fused with White Naruto, which we're gonna call him Ryuk. Yeah, we're gonna name him after Ryuk from crap. I'm gonna name him from Death Note, yeah. So the Hospital Naruto, his name is Ryuk. He fuses with Ryuk. Then he says, I'm finally gonna fuse with brother. Then they fuse. Naruto has a gush of power. Then the mask that you see on Naruto right now, it's about like that. That's how much he has. Then on the other side, I don't know. Okay. And then Naruto has to train with the Zanpakuto. Then a month later, he learns Zanpakuto's name. And then he figures out his name. It's Kurama. Then Naruto figures out his name. Of course, they battle to see if Naruto's worthy to have it. He is, and Sword's name is Kurama. Okay. And then, actually, I might name him, just Kurama. Okay, he will be, Kurama Maru, or, whatever, like, for that one guy, his ice ability, Hiain Maru. Naruto's powers is going to be literally the opposite of that captain's powers. I really don't remember his name. And then, then Naruto figures out his Shikai. Shikai. Okay, I really don't know what his sword would look like. But, anyways, the Shikai would be that. What this Naruto is holding. That'd be his Shikai. It just turns into a giant shuriken. A shadow shuriken. Then he says, then his phrase for the Shikai is, he has to get some of his blood on the blade and says, "It's my blood roar, Kurama." And then the Shikai is unlocked. And then, at the next day, Naruto, he learns his first transformation as well as release. His first release would be this. In English, it'd be Bloody Red Fox. Naruto has to say, Zoro, Rojo, Sangriento. Then he says that, and then he turns into this, but he doesn't have the hole in his chest, because he was born with the half hollow, and he doesn't have number 9. He'd be wearing something similar to this outfit. And of course he'd still have the swirl on his belly, which the seal hasn't been taken off. And then Hogyoku says, what is that thing on his belly? And he puts, while Naruto's sleeping, the Hogyoku puts his hand on his belly and goes into his mindscape. And then Kurama, he sees Kurama, and then he's like, so what is this thing? So and then Kurama opens his eyes and roars and blows him out. And then the Hogyoku says, I need to do some research. Probably go to Naruto's world and figure out what this is. So he goes to Naruto's world. Stealthily, he goes to the library and looks up what it is. He sees pictures of it. Then he says, so it's a 9-tailed fox, strongest out of all the Bijou of Naruto's world. So he takes it, the scroll, and also another one saying who the Jinchuriki is, and then takes it to Naruto, where he's training. And he says, Naruto, we need to train on your 9-tailed fox. And then Naruto says, I already know that. Figured that out years ago. And then he says, okay, so how good are you at it? Then Naruto says, I can only handle about 3 tails. But if I go into 4 tails, I'll go insane. So, you'd have, so this would be his second release. And he learned how to do that and battle his Zanpakuto for it. Okay, then he learns how to use Zanpakuto. Then cliffhanger. He learns how to do that. Then, okay, bye guys. Okay, we're gonna do a part 2 later.